Welcome or welcome back. I'm Adele. If you are seeing my face for the very first time, thank you so much for coming in. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for staying in here. I love you all so much. So, over here, we talk about fashion, beauty, lifestyle, and all the self improvement and energetic alignment that comes with that to level up and become the better and best version of yourself, especially as an intentional woman. Without further ado, let's get into today's video. So today I want to talk about pretty privilege. And I know this is a triggering topic. I know before you come for me, I know it's triggering. Pretty privilege and style privilege, styling privilege. Privileges comes in different shapes and forms and formats. Yes, we all know that by now. We all have different privileges, and for me, I am very particular about style privilege, beauty privilege, and all the privileges that can bring into my life. As an intentional woman, you're going to be deliberate about your styling. You're going to be deliberate about your pieces. You will be deliberate about your maintenance, your beauty maintenance, because pretty privilege works in different situations to bring different outcomes and results. Period. People will always respond to your first impression because you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. I don't want you to feel shamed out of your privilege. I don't want you to feel cheated of your privilege. I don't want people to guilt you out of your pretty privilege. Whatever privilege about you that is pretty, you have to put it to work. You have to mine it. You have to reform it. You have to refine it. And you have to realign it. Alignment is very important to intentional women. If you are feeling some type of way about your beauty, we need to be talking. If you are feeling some type of way about being a beautiful woman or a pretty woman or someone who just loves to dress up or you just love to put your best foot forward, we need to talk. We need to talk. A little bit background about myself. I have worked in talent management over the years. I have worked as a business coach, as a career coach. I have coached at leadership. I have coached at entry level. I have coached at middle level. I have spoken to women and I also model myself. I've worked with different brands over the years. And I realized that people just want to cheat you out of your privilege. They want to guilt trip you out of what you have been blessed with. And if you have a privilege and you are not using it, you cannot put that on anyone but yourself. You cannot put it on anyone but yourself because part of the mindset work, the mindset reset work, the energetic alignment work that I am trying to do here on my channel is to set you free of your limiting thoughts, your limiting beliefs, especially around your style, around your beauty, around your general presentation, and to bring that internal alignment, that internal joy, that internal happiness with yourself that will eventually radiate on the outside because it's an inside job. As you are working on the external, trying to put pieces together, trying to look good, trying to put everything in order, you also need to be working on your inside because if something is missing on the inside, if something is not aligned, is not matched, is not where it should be or balanced or in harmony within you, you will sabotage yourself. It is self-sabotage. In my book, it is self-sabotage. It is self-abandonment. It is self-betrayal for you to refuse to show up in your best version because of some limiting belief or trauma that you may have experienced around maybe your body or the way you have wore clothes, items, pieces in the past. You have to bring your A game to this. Pretty privilege, style privilege is real. It is real. And you can take it from me, from someone who used to not care about these things. I used to think that, okay, I can just dress up and get out and show up anyway, whichever way. No, pretty privilege is real. Style privilege is real. You have to know what works for you, your body. And part of that is knowing yourself inside and out. You have to know who you are. You have to do the inner work. Sometimes people may not even look at the surface, the physical part that you are presenting. They also want to see your character. Important about character development, because sometimes people want to look at your pretty character, your confidence in yourself, your groundedness, your knowledge of yourself. People want to see that. Yes, you have all this beautiful package on the outside. We also want to see what you are made up of on the inside, the depth, the substance. It blows people's mind away when they meet me sometimes and I want to have certain conversations. Like they expect that I shouldn't be able to talk about those things. No, I am as much interested in my physical appearance, my physical beauty, and put togetherness, if that is the word. I am as much interested in that as much as I am interested in my internal world, in my internal growth, in my internal development, because I know that it will affect how I show up in the physical. And so when you are thinking, you are in that world where you are trying to manifest something or you're trying to bring something into reality, you have to look at your present. I am very much a grounded person and I like to tackle things the way they come up, ask direct questions. If I am pretty and I don't want to show up in a certain space or in a certain way, what are the blocks? What are the resistance? You have to journal. I do that a lot. If I buy a piece today and I don't feel like wearing it, I like to ask myself questions as to why I don't want to wear these pieces anymore. What changed from the moment I purchased to the moment it got to me to this moment where I want to wear it? What has changed? And why am I experiencing this change, this resistance? I like to be able to come at my pretty and style privilege from a place of joy. I want to wear it and be joyful, like this red frock dress. I have had it for a while. It's suede. I'm going to do a separate style vlog about it. It's suede and I've had it for like a long time and I've not been wearing it. So when I wanted to do this video, I was like, what's wrong with this particular piece? Is there something about it that is making me not to wear it? Maybe it's the cut, maybe it's the silhouette, maybe it's the color, maybe it's the pattern. I need to know why I used my money to buy this and I don't want to wear it after buying it. And it's a very beautiful dress. I'm going to do a separate video about it. So pretty privilege is real. You have to know what your pretty is. What are the things that fit you? What type of makeup work for you? What type of hair works for you? When I was going to buy this particular hair, I had to do a quick study of my face and I realized that, okay, I love wavy hair pieces with waves. They just match with my facial structure. They match with my features. And this deep tone tends to pop my skin out. They tend to make my skin pop. That is pretty privilege. You have to understand what your privileges are and what are not privilege for you. Pretty privilege is a conversation that is always going to be triggering for people, but I don't like to look at things from a triggered aspect. I like to look at the message and what that message is trying to tell me and what I can do with that message to improve my own life. That is it for me. So styling, fashion, beauty, and the kind of lifestyle that you choose to live, these are not things that we should take with levity. Women, they are not things that we should take like any which way. Your pieces are always going to be telling stories about you.